Hello everyone! Just like the last time I covered Rain, this video is going to have topics of pedophilia, suicide, self-harm, mental illness, and transphobia. So if any of these are triggering topics to you, I encourage you to go watch a different video because it does get pretty heavy in this one. But before I get into it, I just wanted to thank all the people involved in this situation who were directly harmed by Rain for commenting on my video and giving me your support. I am very happy that I could make a video covering your situations in a way that brings proper awareness and support to you guys. Cam was actually the one who informed me that the Google Doc was updated. So I will be linking the Google Doc in the description of this video just in case you want to give yourself a good old read. Without further delay, let's get back into this disturbingly long rabbit hole. If you have not watched my previous video on Rainbow Curly, I encourage you to do so now because I will not be repeating any information from that video, and this is a follow-up to that video. I wanted to focus on everything that has recently been added to this document, just so we don't waste any time. For those of you who do not know who Rainbow Curly is, they are a Melanie Martinez-inspired indie artist. Their most popular songs are Animal Graveyard, Urchin, and The Hermit. I want to start this video off with Indigo, which Indigo is a code name for Rain's 15-year-old victim that they dated when they were 20. Needless to say, 15 and 20 is a very large and wrong maturity and age gap. Mind you, at 15, you're supposed to be gossiping at the lunch table about who has the nicest backpack, and at 20, you're supposed to be working and filing taxes. So yes, this is a very wrong and illegal age gap, Rain. According to V, which I am pretty sure is Izzy from the last video, so I am so sorry if I dead named you in the last video. My deepest apologies if I did. But anyways, when V confronted Rain about this relationship, Rain's excuse was, my mom was 17 when she got pregnant. This allegedly happened in a video call that was unfortunately deleted off of Twitter because it was against V's wishes for it to be out there, which is totally okay. I don't think you need a video call to prove that they were dating. There's going to be more proof in the future. We don't need this call, it's useless to us. After this call that confirmed the relationship between the two, Rain had made claims that V was incredibly rude during this call, and I can only imagine that this was why Rain was dead naming V, because they were upset that V didn't support their illegal relationship. I find it incredibly hypocritical that Rain is making transphobic statements and comments against V, considering Rain does fall under the trans umbrella themselves, but whatever. Rain was extremely obsessive and, from my perspective, controlling over Indigo. They started getting very jealous of one of Indigo's friends, Kay, which Rain later made Indigo block. Rain has also had Indigo's login info, meaning Indigo had relatively no privacy during this entire relationship. Rain would also use Indigo's account to stalk V's story, which I personally find incredibly weird. This is probably one of the most heartbreaking pieces of this whole video and was personally very hard for me to read. So if you are uncomfortable with sexual topics, please skip to this timestamp. Rain and Indigo had been sexting during this relationship. Rain had been saying weird things like, I want to eat you out, and more likely way more disgusting things to a literal child. This is a very angry paragraph from presumably Indigo, saying they had sent nude photos to Rain and that they allegedly saved it to their phone. This is fucking disgusting. Mind you, 15 is a child, and for Rain to have possession of a 15-year-old's nudes, that is CP. That is a crime. Fingers crossed, hope and pray that these photos were deleted and are no longer in anyone's camera roll because this is just gross. Rain had also had plans of running away. Where to? Their 15-year-old partner, of course. They were going to move in with Indigo despite living several states away from each other, and they even had plans of marrying her, having children together, and more than likely, physical intimacy, if you know what I'm saying. This is so disgusting on so many levels, and it boils my blood that Rain can preach love and healing despite causing harm to this poor child, and then turn around and preach this bullshit on their Instagram. Mind you, the only reason why these plans did not come to fruition was because Rain's parents caught them. Sometime during the relationship, Indigo ended up cheating on Rain. Rightfully so. Because who knew, maybe the child would want to have someone their own age to be in a relationship and not some 20-year-old. Rain had decided to just open the relationship up between them so Indigo could freely date Kay. And after a small while, they ended up talking it out and agreeing to be exclusive again. However, while this relationship was open, Rain had tried building a connection with Kay, to which Kay decided to tell Cameron and V about Rain's relationship with Indigo, and the document was released shortly after. This entire paragraph was Rain's reaction to the documents being released. Back in late May to early June, Indigo and her ex Kay reconnected. Kay didn't know about the relationship and pursued Indigo, and she ended up cheating on me. I was told about it a few weeks later at a low point in my life with my mental health, where I almost took my life. The attempt was not related to the cheating. Those things were their own separate things. So Indigo and I make amends. We don't break up, and for about a week, the relationship was partly open because I wanted her to just be happy. After that week was up, I asked her if we can be exclusive again, to which she said, of course. Kay and I butt heads for a while. For the few weeks after, I tried building a friendship with her and she didn't reciprocate. I then find out she is still pursuing Indigo behind closed doors, and I asked Indigo if she'd feel comfortable blocking her. She said that she'd think about it, and about an hour later, I get screenshots of Kay being blocked, both her cell and her Instagram. And then I got sent an I love you. We started to rebuild, and she expresses to me that she misses Kay. So I tell her, you can reach out. Kay ignores her, and then she decides to talk to V and Cameron about me, and they come up with this doc, and that basically sums it up. This next part of the document was added while I was writing the script. The most surprising thing about this is that Rain's new girlfriend is not a child this time. Their username on Instagram is mels.little.bridge, and I can tell you that this person is almost just as bad as RAINBOWCURLIE because they knew that Rain had dated a 15-year-old and still decided to get into a relationship with this pedophile, therefore condoning Rain's actions. Now I would like to read you guys a text conversation that happened with Rain's new girlfriend, mels.little.bridge. Before I start reading, I do want to apologize for the quality of the following images. I downloaded them off Google Docs and they are just atrocious. So I am sorry if I mess up any wording on these screenshots, but I can make it out for the most part, so the meaning behind them should stay relatively the same. Hey there, I'm Bridgie, Rain's 25-year-old girlfriend. She lives with me in my home. So I am 100% fully aware you created the document and it's full of false, inaccurate information. I know exactly who you are, and what you are doing, my friend, is defamation and illegal. So if you don't cease and desist immediately, I will be pressing charges against you. You are a fucking sick bastard for spreading information that you know absolutely nothing about. I know what actually went on from top to bottom, and I will be personally prosecuting you, so keep it the fuck up. Thank you. I know this is you, piece of shit. Not much to call me a sick bastard. Also, no, Circle HQ isn't my account. Cam definitely is. Kinda rude considering you're the one giving Rain the benefit of the doubt for their behavior in the first place. She literally lives with me. I've known her for years. If anything, I'm the older one here, and you need to get your nose out of other people's business. You do not know her, and you cannot take what you see online at face value. And what do you mean by false? Because there's literal proof of it happening. I'm not sure you've even read through it. I've seen the document myself, and there's no proof of anything. Well, there is. You're just disregarding everything for no reason. The document is inaccurate, so that's literal defamation. Like, literally no one, and I mean no one, has harassed Rain, but spread awareness. I don't think that's classed as harassment at all. No one went into Rain's DMs telling them to kill yourself and shit. At least I don't think. Which is harassment. Then sue me. I don't fucking know. That's not awareness. That's false information. No one knows what happened behind closed doors. None of you are helping anything or anyone. We are, but that's not the point. I really hope you get exposed for disregarding a statement with real factual evidence of this happening and defending a pedophile. Your opinion doesn't matter in this scenario anyway, and you genuinely are just a weirdo. Sending no light and no love to you. I'm not disregarding a statement. She is not a pedophile. Y'all are the fucking weirdos, and you can fuck straight off. And that was the end of the conversation. If you go watch my last video, there is definitive proof of Rain and Indigo dating. There is definitive proof of Rain admitting writing songs about Indigo. Yet there is no proof out there that says that Indigo was above 18 years old. Needlessly to say, neither of these people deserve a platform, so please go report and block and let everyone you know to be aware of these disgusting people. And yes, you really are that bad if you're going to sit here and defend a pedophile. Vicky is an entirely new person to this situation, and obviously they have their own story and experiences to share about Rain. So I will now be reading Vicky's experience with Rain. I had met Rain in a fashion design class when I had just started my sophomore year of high school in 2022. I complimented them on their poppy t-shirt and we became friends since then. They used to be a very tolerable and friendly person, and we quickly reached best friends status due to a lot of things we had in common. One of those things being music. They were my main buddy to discuss music with, and they were the person that got me into liking Melanie Martinez again after losing interest in her music for a short period of time. I had even seen Melanie in a concert with them twice, 2023 and 2024. Me and Rain had begun interacting on Twitter in 2022 after I saw a screenshot of one of their tweets posted to their Instagram story. When I entered their Twitter space, I ended up meeting Indigo through them in late spring to summer of 2023. At the time, Rain and Indigo had just been friends and nothing weird had taken place between the two. Little did I know, Rain would end up showing their true colors to not just me, but everyone else later on. The week the allegations against Melanie Martinez resurfaced, I took the time to rethink my stance on everything and decided it doesn't feel morally right for me to support someone like Martinez, considering my thoughts and feelings towards victims in situations of sexual assault and violence. I expressed this to Rain and another ex-friend of mine, and I'll refer to him as John Doe in further mentions. In a group chat we all had together at one point before it fizzled completely, I had made the point to Rain specifically that my view of everything shouldn't affect our friendship at all, yet they took everything way too personally to the point they kicked me out of their friends' stories just to make absurd statements that they felt unsafe around me and that I wanted them to die. And if I wanted them to die, I would have come to their house and tried to kill them by ripping their throat open with my bare hands while they sleep. Before I continue this part, I do want to mention that the allegations between Melanie Martinez and Timothy Heller mean absolutely nothing in this context nor this video. I understand that I'm a Melanie fan page and more than likely a lot of Melanie fans are going to be seeing this, but it does not matter who you believe in the situation. Everyone should feel safe to express whose side they're on without hate, harassment, or absurd claims like, I don't feel safe, I think she's gonna rip my esophagus out of my throat while I'm sleeping. Melanie's allegations can be swung any which way. However, Rain has proven allegations and hurt literally everyone around them. So please do yourself a favor and stop worrying about the tales between the millionaire and her ex-best friend. Focus on the pedophile who is using their silence as leverage to come back to the internet without anyone saying a thing about what they've done. Any comments related to Melanie's allegations will be deleted. Please focus on Rain. Back onto Vicky's story. They then ended this story by saying, I haven't even told them I feel this way. Mind you, all of this was just because I stated my sentiments towards a situation. I wasn't even targeting them at all, and I didn't coerce them into my beliefs. I just felt it was necessary to share my thoughts because it would be better than to keep them hidden and make things worse, even though me expressing my belief did the opposite of what I was aiming for. Aside from all this, Rain was expressing some very parasocial and concerning behaviors before I even stepped in with my thoughts. I remember them being so terrified to the point they were throwing up constantly and getting sick. This isn't normal behavior at all. This individual is grossly obsessed with a celebrity that doesn't even know anything about them and has never seen them in their entire life. Rain was very willing to throw our entire friendship away just because of this celebrity. August 2024. Rain had found a joke comment I made on a video of Martinez that was posted on the Bad Song of the Day Instagram account. Mind you, this comment wasn't targeting a specific person, not even Rain. Yet they took it so personally, they decided to be extremely hostile to me in the group chat for no reason at all when I expressed to Rain that most likely I wouldn't be able to make it to their show that was going to take place in late August. I'm trying my best to remember what exactly they said as the group chat had been deleted long ago, but I remember them telling me something along the lines of, okay, that I couldn't go, why I would support someone who is a part of a cult that supports rape. Mind you, I didn't even mention the word rape in my comment at all. All I said was, be careful, her cult is going to attack you for this. It wasn't targeted at one specific person. It was targeted at every overly obsessed fan who began to send death and rape threats to the owner of Bad Songs of the Day account whenever they showed any sort of dislike towards Martinez. But Rain, who loves to play victim, thought my comment was targeting them and them specifically. We cut connection with each other momentarily until they came back with an apology that they had only made simply because John Doe knocked sense into them after how inappropriately they handled the entire situation between us. John Doe called them out for their extreme parasociality and how they were being a bad friend by telling those on their story I was out to hurt them simply because they convinced themselves that this delusion was true. The apology I was sent was pure regurgitation of the same sob stories I've heard from them before. Them and their parents being shunned by religious family members, the bullying they faced when they were younger, how they struggled to keep long-term friendships, etc. To get me to feel terrible for them and to emotionally manipulate me back into our friendship. Still to this day, it has been one of my biggest regrets letting them back into my life, especially after the way they began to treat me since July. Yet I convinced myself that they would be fine and that it's all in the past now and it shouldn't affect us. And that basically sums everything up that has newly been added to the Rainbow Curly document. If you haven't already watched my first video on Rainbow Curly, I suggest to do it now. It is up on my page and I will be putting a link to that video and the Google document in the link of the description. It is abundantly clear to me that Rainbow Curly is refusing to speak about this publicly so everyone can forget about what happened, so when they come back with new music, everyone's just going to accept them back like nothing happened. Please do not let that happen. Spread the word, share this video, share the document, do what you have to, but if you know a Rainbow Curly fan, make sure they're aware of what their favorite artist has done. Thank you all so much for watching and just listening to the atrocities Rainbow Curly has committed. I wanted to get this video out sooner, but this is my first time making a video like this with my real voice, and the AI voice usually helped me with my stutter, and it takes me forever to record lines for these videos. And it doesn't help that I am also not a very strong reader either. If you'd like to support me on other social medias, I will also be putting my TikTok in the description, just in case you want to follow me there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video around so the word gets spread out. I will see everyone in my next video. Goodbye, everyone. Honestly, I'd hate to leave things off on such a sour note, so here is a message from Indigo, and I'm going to read it for you guys. Rain was extremely obsessive. They couldn't leave me alone. No matter how many times I asked, they just wouldn't leave me alone. I got busy and started losing interest in Rain and finally snapped out of it and realized what they were doing isn't okay. But it was never love. It was pure obsession. Rain was so draining and needy, I could never keep up. However, now I am doing really well. I'm better off without them. It makes me really happy that Indigo is somewhere where she is safe and not being harassed by a 20-year-old on the internet. And Indigo, if you are somehow watching this, I hope you are living your best life, girl. I'm wishing you love and light forever and always. Good luck in everything that you do. Okay, but seriously, now I'm ending the video. Goodbye, y'all.